Georgia fines limits practice test.
Question 1. License suspension of 1 year will occur when a Georgia driver has a back level off or more.
0.05%, 0.08%, 0.07%, 0.10%.
Answer.
0.08%.
Question 2. Upon the second conviction of a half lane violation in Georgia, a driver will be fined
$75, $25, $50, $100.
Answer.
$100.
Question 3. If a driver who is under the age of 21 is convicted of any Georgia driving infraction that results in or more points being added to his or her driving record, immediate license suspension will occur.
2, 5, 3, 4.
Answer.
4.
Question 4. How long is a Georgia driver's license valid if you pay $20 when you apply?
8 years, 10 years, 5 years, 4 years.
Answer.
5 years.
Question 5. Georgia's safety belt requirement is a law, meaning a law enforcement officer may stop a motorist without any other suspected violation.
Lesser, primary, minimum, secondary.
Answer.
Primary.
Question 6. What is the letter endorsement for a Georgia provisional license given to a 16 or 17-year-old driver?
D, C, B, A.
Answer.
D.
Question 7. What is the penalty for an aggressive driving conviction for a Georgia driver under the age of 21?
License suspension, $100 fine, permanent license revocation, jail time.
Answer.
License suspension.
Question 8. For Georgia drivers under the age of 18, points accumulated within a 12-month period will result in driver's license suspension.
10, 5, 8, 4.
Answer.
4.
Question 9. If a Georgia driver is convicted of driving at miles per hour on any roadway in the state, he or she will be fined a $200 state fee.
75, 50, 85, 60.
Answer.
85.
Question 10. What is the letter endorsement for a Georgia driver's license obtained by drivers who are 18 years of age and older?
D, B, C, A.
Answer.
C.
Question 11. If a Georgia resident is found to have provided false or incorrect information on his or her driver's license application, the license will be
Suspended, revoked, cancelled. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Cancelled.
Question 12. A Georgia driver who is under the age of must either be enrolled in school, have graduated high school, or have obtained a GED.
16, 15, 17, 18.
Answer.
18.
Question 13. If a Georgia driver is convicted of littering, which of the following will occur?
Up to 1 year in jail. The driver must pick up the trash. A fine of up to $1,000. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 14. Georgia drivers who are under the age of 18 will have their license suspended if 4 or more points accumulate on their driving records within months.
24, 12, 18, 36.
Answer.
12.
Question 15. A conviction of speeding miles per hour or more over the posted speed limit will result in license suspension for drivers under the age of 21 in the state of Georgia.
24, 14, 9, 4.
Answer.
24.
Question 16. If a Georgia driver refuses to have his or her back level tested, his or her driver's license will be suspended for
1 year, 30 days, 90 days, 6 months.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 17. A Georgia driver who holds a provisional driver's license is not allowed to drive between the hours of
10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Midnight and 5 a.m. Midnight and 6 a.m. 11 p.m. and 5 a.m.
Answer.
Midnight and 5 a.m.
Question 18. Which of the following will not result in driver's license suspension for Georgia drivers under the age of 21?
A hit and run. Reckless driving. Attempting to elude an officer. Speeding 20 miles per hour over the posted limit.
Answer.
Speeding 20 miles per hour over the posted limit.
Question 19. If a Georgia driver under the age of 18 accumulates or more points on his or her driving record within 12 months, license suspension will occur.
6, 10, 4, 8.
Answer.
4.
Question 20. Which of the following will not result in mandatory driver's license suspension in the state of Georgia?
Driving with a suspended license. Failure to appear in court after another traffic conviction. Speeding 15 miles per hour over the posted limit. Hit and run conviction.
Answer.
Speeding 15 miles per hour over the posted limit.
Question 21. At what age may a Georgia driver apply for a Class CP instructional permit?
15, 18, 14, 16.
Answer.
15.
Question 22. If a Georgia teen driver has a back level between 2% and 8%, his or her license will be suspended for at least
90 days. 1 year. 30 days. 6 months.
Answer.
6 months.
Question 23. Upon a Georgia driver's second DUI conviction, driver's license suspension of will occur.
24 months. 18 months. 12 months. 36 months.
Answer.
18 months.
Question 24. If a Georgia driver misuses an HOV lane, a fine of will be issued.
$25. $75. $100. $50.
Answer.
$75.
Question 25. A Georgia driver under the age of 21 may have his or her license suspended for which of the following convictions?
Reckless driving. Aggressive driving. Purchasing alcohol. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 26. For the final 6 months of an 18-month suspension resulting from a second DUI conviction, Georgia drivers must have to operate a vehicle.
Supervision by a licensed driver. A special certificate from the Georgia DDS. An ignition interlock device. A vehicle that weighs less than 2,000 pounds.
Answer.
An ignition interlock device.
Question 27. During the second 6 months of being a provisional license holder, a Georgia driver may transport passengers under the age of 21 and not part of the driver's immediate family.
4, 3, 1, 2.
Answer.
1.
Question 28. If an underage Georgia driver remains out of school without a valid excuse for 10 or more consecutive days, his or her license will be suspended for or until he or she reaches the age of 18.
30 days. 90 days. 6 months. 1 year.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 29. Which of the following is the penalty for a conviction of passing a stopped school bus in the state of Georgia?
6 points added to his or her driving record. Mandatory court appearance. Up to $1,000 fine. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 30. Children under the age of must be seated in an appropriate child safety restraint system in Georgia vehicles.
3, 5, 4, 8.
Answer.
8.
Question 31. Reckless driving convictions result in points being added to Georgia driving records.
2, 8, 4, 3.
Answer.
4.
Question 32. 2 convictions of which of the following will result in license suspension for 1 year for drivers who are under the age of 21?
Purchasing alcohol. Aggressive driving. Leaving the scene of an accident. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 33. Until the age of 18, a Georgia driver's license or instructional permit applicant must have
a fuel-efficient vehicle, written consent from a parent or legal guardian, a new vehicle. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Written consent from a parent or legal guardian.
Question 34. If a Georgia resident allows his or her driver's license to remain invalid for a period of at least 2 years, what must he or she do in order to revalidate it?
Apply for a new driver's license copy. Repass all portions of the state's license examination. Pay a fee. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Repass all portions of the state's license examination.
Question 35. If a Georgia driver under the age of 21 is convicted of passing a stopped school bus,
his or her license will be suspended. He or she will not be allowed to drive to school. His or her license will be revoked indefinitely. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
His or her license will be suspended.
Question 36. After 1 year, a Georgia driver who holds a provisional driver's license may transport passengers under the age of 21 and unrelated to the driver.
4, 5, 2, 3.
Answer.
3.
Question 37. For the Georgia points system, license suspension will occur upon the accumulation of points in 24 months.
15, 20, 10, 5.
Answer.
15.
Question 38. Speeding in excess of 34 miles per hour over the posted speed limit will result in points being added to a Georgia driving record.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Answer:
6.
Question 39. If a Georgia driver is convicted of speeding 75 miles per hour on any two-lane road, he or she will incur a state fee of
$250, $25, $2,500, $200.
Answer:
$200.
Question 40. Which of the following could result in a Georgia student driver having his or her license suspended?
Causing bodily harm to a teacher. Carrying a weapon on school property. Selling drugs on school property. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 41. For Georgia drivers under the age of 21, the first conviction of speed racing will result in driver's license suspension of
2 years. 1 year. 30 days. 6 months.
Answer:
6 months.
Question 42. Motorists under the age of are required to wear safety belts at all times in the state of Georgia.
16. 12. 18. 21.
Answer:
18.
Question 43. If a Georgia driver is convicted of 4 or more half lane violations, the penalty will be
1 point added to his or her driving record. Both of these. Neither of these. A fine of $150.
Answer:
Both of these.
Question 44. Georgia drivers are legally required to share the road with cyclists except on
Neighborhood roads. Expressways. The interstate. 4-lane highways.
Answer:
The interstate.
Question 45. How many hours of driving experience must be completed by young Georgia drivers before applying for a Class D provisional license?
30. 45. 35. 40.
Answer:
40.
Question 46. Georgia drivers who are convicted of failing to comply to the move-over law will be fined up to
$250. $50. $500. $100.
Answer:
$500.
Question 47. How long must a Georgia driver hold an instructional permit before applying for a provisional driver's license?
6 months and 1 day. 1 year and 1 day. 1 year. 6 months.
Answer.
1 year and 1 day.
Question 48. Which of the following will result in mandatory license suspension in the state of Georgia?
Driving without insurance. Vehicular homicide. Racing. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 49. After suspension occurs on the Georgia points system, a driver's total will
Return to 0. Continue to accumulate. Be reset to 10. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Return to 0.
Question 50. During the first 6 months of holding a provisional driver's license, a Georgia driver may transport, as passengers,
Immediate family members. Parents only. Siblings only. Friends and family members.
Answer.
Immediate family members. Thank you for watching the video and wish you will get your driver license soon.